There it is. Alright, time for another Sunday fiesta. Let's see what happened during the weekend, what we have on Steam. Going on. The Pipirlin on sale already. 25% Pooga. Yeah, that's the Watch Dogs franchise. Magic. Do we have any available? Whoop. Nice. That's my favorite. My favorite look of all those discount pages. My favorite. My favorite. Traveler's Rest. I think it was Crossroads or something I have on GOG. There's like one of those like tavern simulators I want to play too. That would be nice. The Dark Tide's still on sale. The new Amnesia in next week, yeah. That is true. And it's on Game Pass. Really good. Definitely not fried chicken. How's this one going? Play that one on the test. Seems pretty good. Close it to very positive. Still early access. I'll check how this one going at some point later too. Terrible UI UX tutorial 4th of June. Still the case. I mean, that's kind of not completely false. It was somewhat not good. The lack of content, alright. Bro, the 27 hours in this game and I literally completed everything to complete. Bro. It's like even here is $10. It's probably like, I don't know, like $20 or something, I would assume. Maybe 30 though. Yeah, but still for 27 hours and it's early access, so it's gonna update still later. Like this is the ridiculous part already. It's like the tweet I retweeted before earlier this week. I can't open tweets with without the VPN on. Let me see. There should be, what's the name? The embedded there. One moment. That I can show still. Yeah, I can do that at least. Oop. Big, yeah. There we go. I can do this at least. Yeah, so yeah, I can't open them with the without VPN on anyway. And this one, it's got the screenshot there. Zoom in. Yeah, so this is how it goes nowadays. Happens to release $15, 100 hours of gameplay, not in early access, one-man dev game when you stop releasing free large content patches for a year. Yeah, mostly negative. The game was out like fully. No early access, nothing. Full release in 2019. Like, I wonder when we get the situation when people gonna go to like, I don't know, like Half-Life 2 or something and start molding that there was no updates for a while. Where's the updates? Where's Half-Life 3, you know? Or when we get like something else that is classic, that people will go and start complaining that there is no updates for a while already, brother. Where are we gonna see that? Where is my updates? I bought the game, I want updates. See, that's one of those things. And it's hard to say how to kind of like, you know, work with that really, what to do about it. The last week we also, what was the one we were checking? Last week that also had like all the reviews, all the negative reviews had like 50 hours or something, and game is like, what was it also like $20-30? And people were just kind of like molding like, bro, there's no content, man. I'm done with it. It's only 50 hours. 30 hours also. Gameplay loop will make for a fun weekend. And make for a fun experience which will get all the 10 hours in. I don't know, dude. You just like if you buy something for like I mean, people buy like Call of Duty, right, for the full price, and the campaign in many of them is like 10 hours long or something. I remember the times when it was like 8 hours long was considered kind of like standard, you know, for some of the single player like story focused games. Like 8 hours or something was considered kind of like normal, and they were selling them for 50 back then. Nowadays it's like 70, 80. Maybe it's not gonna be well, I mean, they're gonna just inflate it like to way more, right, by adding like some horde mode, you know, new game plus, you know, this kind of stuff they're gonna add. And still, like, dude, and then you get something for like 20-30 bucks and you are still not happy. Like, come on, dude. And games that are just done after the ending, yeah, I like that. I like the games that you actually finish. Like, I like roguelikes and stuff, for example, right? And you can play a lot of them, but yeah, sometimes you just kind of like, I want to finish it. You just want to be done with the game and move on and feel, you know, the sense of accomplishment that like, done. I finished. Feels good. Saw the ending. A medieval dynasty, huh? Who would that be? Aliens Fire Team Light. Let's see. I guess that's not available here then. Cook. Wait, no, this is Aliens Fire Team Light. Into the Hive Edition. Okay, I see. This is the separate page that decided to go for some other edition of the same game. Alright. Needs to have the never-ending content now. Yeah, that's the thing. Like this, like I'm okay. Like, you know, if some devs think that that's how it should be, sure, fine. Do the games like that. It's just sad that, you know, like the players also starting to kind of like switch to that. Like, you like live service games, sure, dude. Like, no problems, enjoy. But like people going already to like, you know, complete finished games, and they're like, bro, where's my content? $15, game from 2019, completely finished. I bought it, maybe on sale even already since 2019, right? So probably not even 15 bucks. Probably bought it for 5. And hundreds of hours of content, and I'm gonna now mold out on reviews that there is no content anymore. And no one's updating. Dead game. Abandoned. Alright, let's see. Heretics Fork Probation. Another card game, a prologue. For reprobation, a period as manager of hell. Punish sinners by using our deck building system, constructing Finnish towers to manage underworld hordes. Oh, that's some dang stuff there. That's some dang stuff. In the prologue. Interesting. The game, yeah, that was like before. I also saw like one of the devs was also complaining that he like finished the game and moved on, you know, to another one. Good reviews, sold, and then like negative reviews after a few months started like rolling in, like game is abandoned, don't buy, don't recommend. Like, dude, what? I can understand it in early access, right? Like if a game is in early access and there was no updates for a while, then yeah, like sure, it might be abandoned because it's not fully done, and like people buying early access game with kind of, you know, the promise that it will be released at some point. I can understand that. But if it's like not early access, it's full release, like you bought the complete product, dude. That's it. Developer still kind of updates it for free. That's good. That's nice. Yeah, big respect. But sometimes, you know, they just kind of done and you move to another project. You don't like that, you just don't buy that. A lot of sounds feel missing. Important for the game. Hmm? That's nice. The feedback on the demo. That's why you should. That's why you should make prologues and demos. It's nice. Non-existent tutorial. It's tower defense with elements of card games. Really? Oh yeah, you get constructing fiendish towers to manage underworld hordes. Okay, I see how it is. All right. Oddly spoiled and yet very undemanding the quality-wise. I think it's just kind of like this. The spoiled stays no matter what, but when you get to like the indie and other stuff, then the demands are high. Yeah. Yeah, people let a lot of things slide when it's like some AAA stuff. Like if it has like the brand, you know, they believe, they trust, they enjoy, then they kind of find. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really say so. There's still a lot of complaints about, rightfully so, right, about some fuck ups and stuff. So that's good. So that is still there. So I wouldn't really say it's completely like undemanding. I don't think they are. It's just that they are ready to take some risky purchases, I guess, let's put it that way. And it's still less though. Like Square is complaining that it's way less pre-orders for the Final Fantasy 16, right? So that actually changes them. Yeah, the Slayer's X is out. Very positive, The demo was quite dang there. The demo was quite dang, I remember. At 98%. This was quite something. And looks like the full release is also quite dang there. After the Hype Space Outlaws and stuff. It keeps going. It keeps going. Yeah, demo's still available too. A demo live now. Now to make a new one. I think I played that one. The same people accept broken games. Well, I mean, we don't know if it's the same, right? And everything. Like, I don't think a lot of people accept that. Like, I think a lot of people complain about that too. Like, a lot of reviews you can see on all those releases are not very good, you know. So I don't think people are accepting. It's just that people for now are still kind of like getting used to the fact that there is a lot of they keep buying less though, still less. As I said, less pre-orders for a new Final Fantasy might be actually partially that thing, and in general, it's less. It's less. People waiting more now. People waiting more now. It's still a lot though. It's still a lot, for sure. Still a lot for sure, but yeah, it gets a little more exquisite now with the taste. Hey Gear, hello. How we doing? A Gunfire Reborn DLC. Artisan Magician. Very positive, nice. And just a new classes. 2 new heroes, I see. Stasis Bone Totem. This one is pretty good apparently too, I heard them. But the point and clicks are not exactly my jam. The looks and everything, the style and stuff is looking like something I would enjoy, but yeah, the point and clicks are not exactly my forte there. The Stasis Anthology. And yeah, this one is pretty nice. Good reviews and stuff on this one. Oh, very good, eh? A Doomblade. Who that be? And the sentient weapon. Hellbent on escape after eons in chains. Human Gloom embark on the vengeful a quest to unlock the powerful abilities and destroy the Dreadlords once and for all in this 2D action Metroidvania. I see. Iceberg Interactive. The Metroidvanias. Souls-like. Hoog. It got the tag. It got the tag. What does get the tag nowadays even? What do we have out of this beautiful world of Souls-likes there? Dread Delusion is Souls-like. It's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Was not the reimage even like the turn-based? Oh no, it's the different one. Okay, yeah, but mixing it with like other side or something like the art was somewhat kinda. Sifu, Dance of Fire, nice. Oh man, that's Souls like for sure, brother. If I ever seen one, that's for sure. Keen and tuning, yeah. Okay, I guess you can kind of try to stretch, but Tunic, yeah, not sure about that. Dead Cells. Well, I mean, there's a decent amount of actually kind of fitting stuff, but still, some stuff is way too dank, man. Some of this is way too dank. Yeah, the VR Souls like still. Who's the VR? No watch is found, them, son. No VR Souls likes. The niche is empty. It's time. It's time to hop in on the hype train. Quasimorph and the Dream. 40. Not a prologue. First chapter, alright. Extraction, turn-based RPG. Someone is making now the extraction shooters, but single player and everything. And in turn-based and everything even. Interesting. Pretty sure there's like usually kind of like some other genres that go with that, to be honest, but I guess that will do. The Extraction RPG. Oh, that's not a bad concept though, actually. It's kind of cool. Like the usage of concept. It's kind of like the world map travel thingy, but instead of that, you just kind of have like, instead of like cities and encounters, you just have kind of like, you know, without map, just like encounters and places there to go. A 0-0 would count as well. Yeah, 0-0 I would say is kind of there. True. Like you go on a mission, and then you return with the loot. Like how was how would we call that back in the day, or in general? I mean, that's almost any kind of like mission-based game, to be honest, because like you go in, you bring back some loot, and you sell the loot, right, or you use the loot. And like, you know, if you die, it's over. So you extract. If you success the mission success, you can extract, right? So I'm kind of not sure if making it into some sort of extraction RPG like that is anything super special. But I guess you just kind of like focus it on the loot rather than doing some sort of mission. Like usually, right? You go like on those games, you just go on a mission to like kill all enemies, right? Kill some boss or something. And this one is about, you know, like looting as much as possible and then just kind of piecing out. Maybe even piecing out without, you know, any other goal except for getting the loot, so you can peace out very fast. Yeah, kind of not too bad actually. That might actually kind of be not too bad. It's like too early with the dang demos and prologues, man. The next fest is coming. Wait, I'll play all of them. Just wait for that. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like anything super unique, really. Like almost any like mission-based game, you pretty much do the same. And your goal is to return alive. Pirate 101, damn son. MMORPG. Turn-based tactics MMORPG even. What the fuck? I think Honkai at home now or something. But actually MMO. Fight to play, very positive even. And the free agenda notice, yeah. It's there, it's there. There is a paywall. 1-2 hours at most of content before needing to pay, but it's relatively cheap for a good amount of playtime. Oh, it's the Wizard 101 thing. Yeah, I see. That one is old though, right? Or wasn't it? I guess they just released it on Steam. Logging in until June 6th gives you free membership, so it essentially removes the paywall. Poog! Let's go! It gets you addicted to spending money, alright. I'm better than the Wizard 101. Yes, yeah, that one is ancient. Damn son, someone got the memes too far. Always strong love for this and Wizard 101. Alright, so I guess that's something kinda old that got released on Steam now, alright. See how it is. Interesting. The Mad Games Tycoon. The second one even. The Egg Good. I guess that one was in early access for a while, seems like. By the amount of reviews. That wasn't the one I played. I played the first one. Or was it another game type? The Game Dev Tycoon. There was like plenty of those actually too. I played one. On stream, actually maybe even two. I'm not sure which one was that. Official release date. Yeah, I assume the full release. Yeah, so it was early access, I see. Friends vs. Friends so last time. That one is pumping actually, holy shit, alright. And the insane online PvP, a shooter with the dig building. Yeah, this one is going, dude. And you get some dang co-op stuff going. And it's pumping. And some foodie agenda on that too. Slap some foodies and weebs on top of that, easy. Deluxe edition. Product refunded, nah. Damn son. Very constructive criticism, sir. Fun for a little while. The game very quickly becomes a gang fest in both directions. Either destroy or get destroyed. Played 5 matches, got smacked down by a bunch of high levels and refunded it. Damn son. The classic. Matchmaking really not bad. I just played about 8 matches and lost all of them badly, not enjoying it. Skill issue. Kick. Oh, that's the problem with some of the games like that. You get some not very good matchmaking, or some sort of like, if it's an MMO, I get a bunch of like gang fest going on or something, and it's over. Some people getting good at for that stuff, and no one else is enjoying anymore. Yeah, this was another prologue from last week. That looked pretty good too. Been some good demos and stuff, and not the best time. Wait a bit, the next fest is coming. Gonna play you all then. Not yet, not yet. Don't do that yet. A jump boy. Oh yeah, that's the Karasoft, dude. That's the Karasoft again. Yep. Well, I mean, honestly, it's kind of like you can cheat with their games a little because you have like their mascot there. They usually put it somewhere, but like even stylistically, you can already see that it's the one. They keep pumping. They don't stop pumping, man. Well, I'll give them that though. They still kind of explore some new things. Like they already have like established concept. It's kind of like Playway, I guess. Just these guys have it like way faster. Way faster loop. The pipeline is way faster. Until the product is ready to release. 5th of June release. Yeah, we saw like last week, I think, too, right? Wasn't it? Yeah, they have 1 in May. They have 2 in May. 2 in April. 2 in March. 2 in February. 2 in January. I like how they even like release them in the same day all the time. Almost. 3 in January even, and all in the same day. Like, bro, they look like so similar. Like, why? You can cannibalize your audience, I feel like. And they just spread them out through the month a little. People done with one, go for another one. Oh yeah, upcoming we haven't checked actually. That's quite a lot of upcoming stuff too. No, it's already planned, like two for 5th of June also. So it's gonna be 2 at the same day again. Yeah, and I guess some of these in July. In August. It's Pocket Academy 3. I mean, they're cheap and they're kind of like nice and seemingly, I guess, not, you know, not bad. So why not? But still, the conveyor, man. Tiny Thor. Difficult? Oh shit, the Souls-like is coming, man. The Souls-like is coming. A bouncy power of Mjolnir. Oh, looks good. Like, the graphics look good, huh? Oh, the style is nice. I like it. It might be like some prehistoric a little, I guess, or something. That's some destruction and shit, too. Damn, son. Ah, kinda nice. Yeah, with some physics and mechanics there going on, alright. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a demo, nice. Nice, nice. Very good, eh? Very pog, eh? Amnesia. Little Game Pass 2 and everything. That is good, eh? Espresso Tycoon, them, son. I see what they put accent on there, that's for sure. That's some other like the coffee center tycoons. How is Playway? I see, alright. Playway is pumping again with another banger. Got the demo. Did they get the prologue or something? The zombies. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the people going for coffee, I guess, you know. A zombie until you get it, I assume. Maybe they have it too, for memes. Maybe they do. Community goals, community challenges. The Reach Dad Simulator. Brother. Dream Job Programmer Simulator. Man, the Playway build differently, man. They build differently. Tell you that. Nocturnal. Sounds familiar. 7th of June, eh? He's native island covered in mysterious fog, eh? Can we avoid fire and steel to find out what happened to your people in this action platformer game? The one who can discover its secrets lie beyond the mist. This could be kind of nice. This could be kind of nice. Could be. No demo. SMH. A bunker builder simulator. Is it Playway or is it another one that is also doing a bunch of these, I wonder? Alright, it's Playway, alright. No surprise in that one. Alright, build the bunker still. I got them all. A zombie soup. Okay, zebra. I need the tea. The tea is nice. Tea is nice still. I like both. I like both. Top-down shooter combined with hack and slash action. A demo too, alright. Not the bad, huh? Not too bad, The Banded Brawler, Dark humor medieval parody life sim. Well, that's probably like one of the Playway subsidiaries, alright. Damn son, they go for like full postal there or something. They went full memes in this one. The full memes is actually not too bad. The full meme stuff is a little better than the super simulators, I guess. It's gonna last long enough, I guess, still. There's an issue with that sometimes, though. Not gonna be the full one. There's a demo and stuff, alright. Got a little bit of everything going in this one. Let's see how it is, It's ironically could be kind of dank even. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. On MotoGP. Oh, there was a demo of this one, like last Next Fest or something, I remember. It's Devolver. This can destroy increasingly horrifying creatures across the oppressive lo-fi world. Greatest weapon and powerful magic in this pocket-sized action adventure. No, the concept is pretty cool. The lo-fi world. That's one way to put it. There's a demo of this one too. This one could be kind of nice also. Interesting. Seal stuff. Let's see. Any hidden gems? Any hidden gems? All the torment. Oh, there's on another vampire survivors like. The Horde Survival Roguelite. This one also pumps, man. It's early access even. And some RuneScape survival, dude. That is still pumping too. You would think that, you know, I guess maybe Prelude, like the prologue probably did quite well, and it was a little earlier, so they managed to like farm probably like wishlists and everything through this one, and that gave them some time, because I would assume nowadays like this kind of a genre might not even be that alive. That much alive, I guess. It probably still is, but it's way harder to actually pump it now. Legit being better than original. The best for survival. No cup. That adds weight to the statement. A very good game, a real Diablo 4. Damn son, that's one way to put it. That's the one way to put it. Diablo 1 plus Vampire Survivors, rather. Didn't they make some sort of like tag for that nowadays already? Arena shooter, kinda doubt it. They didn't come up with the Vampire Survivors like? Come on, man. Come on. It'd be interesting to see the other ones, how they perform. Arena shooter probably not exactly though. It's more of a combination of things. Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of that. Well, I mean, some kind of fall into this one seems like, but not that much. The Ultra Kill is there too. Yeah. The 20 minutes till dawn had something like that there. Action roguelike. Oh, not exactly. Action roguelike also probably gonna have a whole bunch of stuff there going on. Surprised they didn't make any genre out of this yet, on Steam at least. So Lost the Palace of Ice. Mostly positive, I see. Similar to Songs of Conquest. It's an interesting one. That one I probably will play eventually. I got that one. Got that one. So Lost is pumping content like faster than I actually find time, you know, to sit down and play some of that fully. Not gonna lie. Yeah, this one we saw last week. And this one we saw last week. Doing pretty good, eh? Miasma Chronicles, they always like end up somewhere like 7 out of 10 with pretty much every game. Pretty much every game I think kind of like falls like a little like under the radars maybe. But I mean they still keep going, so I guess that goes well for them. More or less a Riskian of Mutant Year Zero, which I mean that's pretty much what they do, I feel. Unstable, badly optimized with a flawed game design. Incentivize player to drag out fights in order to recover various resources, cooldowns, energy, and by extension health. The coherent story and everything too. Story level of Warcraft 3, 10 out of 10. Damn son. And just keep like farming the same somewhat concept and everything. But I mean it kind of works for them, so I guess. Railway Empire 2 with the mixed ones. Oof. What's wrong with this one? That's kind of close to mostly positive though. Railway Empire 1.5. Okay, I see. Routing slightly improved and they ditched some functionality like hiring individuals and personalities and assigning them. Second one feels like the same thing but small quality of life improvements. Game Pass? I think it is, yeah. I think I saw it there, yeah. Light 84, The Battle Royale 2.0, welcome to Chaos. What the fuck? It's another like free-to-play Battle Royale. It's Fortnite at home. I don't even remember hearing about this one, to be honest. Transforming powers on the vehicles. What the fuck? Insane. Fortnite, but way to think. Can ride the T-Rex. Alright, I see. What a time to be alive, man. They be pumping here, I see. It's pretty good reviews on this one. A lot of cheaters. Classic. Nice. Higher the rating, more cheaters. Full of cheaters. Well, you can see... And you can see it. It's either the booty enjoyers or cheaters complainers, I guess. That seems good though. Yeah, I don't even remember seeing this one before, I feel. Out of loop. Out of loop, man. The Fire Power Pack was this one even. New units, damn son. Hell, new units. And they keep pumping. And they got you the game for free, the gateway drug, so now you can start. And now you can start acquiring the DLCs. Yeah, this is the reverse example. This is like $30 for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, this one is very positive and everyone's pogging. And then you get, you know, 30 hours for $3 and people are gonna be complaining already. How to find the right way to do it. How to telegraph it better. That's the real question. Chainsaw Massacre, 18th of August. A bit early to show, I guess. It's already going there. Feel like some better or something. Yeah, the tech test. That's why probably. Tech test has ended. The game is weird. How so? How so? There's another asynchronous fiesta. This one is also pumping really good. Alright, so far is with their league universe is doing quite well, I say. At the baby in yellow. What the fuck? The new babysitting job, eh? Oh, the misery. Indeed, eh? Indeed, eh? Yes, you see, alright. Maybe that they will, kind of adjust later somehow. Maybe. I played this already, didn't he? Well, I don't see it here, so unless it was like somewhere else he played it. So yeah, maybe he missed this one. Maybe he missed this one. This seems some way to think stuff. That seems way to think. Alright, let's go check out the stores. And get to other news. Alright, let's see. Oh, the mega sale still going, eh? Still going. And get 25% off actually. Jedi Survivor, Outlast Trial, System Shock. I think all of these are eligible. Yeah. So I would say that's not too bad. Get 25 off from some new stuff that is just out. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Not too bad. Not bad at all. A midnight ghost hunt for free, alright. Yeah, the top sellers, nothing is available except for Outlast Trials there. It's actually cheaper than on Steam. Interesting. Not by much though. And then you get the discount coupon. Poog. Ghost Runner 2, already preparing. The Rain World on sale. 55%. Then you can also prepare probably a whole bunch of stuff and get 25% on top of that. If you get a coupon. And then you also get 5% cashback. That's on the value. The value. Get all the games. All of the games. Okay, Starter Reel. Oh, the regular hot guy too. Got all of them. The Caulfield Ritual. Good maths. You heard so, Didn't get to it yet myself. We'll see. The platform usually is pain for me though, not gonna lie. Let's switch this one. 5% equivalent of points. I think it's actual 5% of like kinda in money, not in some points, I think. Let's see. I think it's actual a money one. 5% back and epic rewards for any money spent. Alright, which can be used to make future eligible purchases. Hmm. Can be applied to subscriptions. Then we can earn and redeem even on microtransactions. Insane. But I mean, it should be, I guess, 5% equivalent, so... Well, you can get the subscriptions, but it seems like everything else you can. Everything else you can. They expire. 25 months. Well, that's quite a lot of time at least. Alright. So you can get like games, add-ons, virtual currency, so pretty much everything except for some subscriptions. So it's still gonna be points, like not exactly, you know, the money, you know, like credit, but yeah, it's gonna be some points, of course. I just thought maybe you mean like sometimes they do cash back and some points that are kind of like not exactly equivalent of the same amount of money or something. Okay, one store like that. You earn a points cashback, and it sounds like kind of a lot in points, but those points like cost way less also, so in the end it's not as good as you would want, and not as good as you would think even. Skull Showcase we already saw. I didn't refresh the news for a while again. I see. Nothing crazy then. But yeah, with 25% discount coupon and 5% cashback also, I mean, that's quite... Well, that's quite the discounts that you can use only, not only, also on the new stuff, so why not? This is the USA. Got the free money. Well, I mean, if you have time and you want to play that stuff, why not? Why not? But Witchfire is still coming soon, like, come on. Come on, then. But it will actually show something. On some Summer Game Fest or something. Oh, that could be something nice to play. They changed the concepts and everything already a while, so we'll see. Not as super nice as it was initially looking. Yeah, but we'll see. It'll be still interesting. We'll see when that will be out. We'll see when that will be out. I want to get there. New in the mega sale. The mega sale page was PPG. Mars Horizon was a nice one actually. 67% discount. And this is the USC. I just download and started them, so time to upgrade the ISP and go ham. The farm must go on. Let's check GOG. What's on the GOG? The chill indie sale. Yeah, surprise System Shock actually is not really... Well, actually, maybe it's not displayed because they also remove it from here. You can see here, reviews are nice. All reviews are nice, at least. But the journalist said it's bad. It still uses the outdated mechanics. Freaking my SMH. Imagine making remake that is not remaking everything. That it shouldn't even remake. Buy the game and claim a gift supporters pack. Damn son. Only on GOG. The exclusives. The hardware is 90% discount. They still sell this map here. 1.2 out of 5. It's always still there. Dim save easy. Easy. Shouldn't be something you pay for. The Molden. This one keeps collecting the Molden, man. And they don't stop Molden. The Manor Lord is coming soon. I think there's still no date, right? Yeah, just coming soon. I wonder. That was a nice demo. They formed a lot of wishlists on that one too, I think. I hope that's going to be some good stuff there. Fear Platinum for $1. Deus 6 for $1. Diablo 1 for 10. Then people started buying some Diablo 1. Instead of Diablo 4, let's go. The System Shock Enhanced Edition for 1.5. It sounds kind of like, you know, a good offer there if you think about it. And System Shock 2 also. Yeah, here's some other magic still around. Feels good. Always somewhere in the top there. Always selling. More Stasis. Stasis doing good, seems like. Hadoob the Factionless. That's the upcoming stuff, alright. The Endless Space Definitive Edition coming soon. Still didn't release it here. It's already out for forever. So they kind of want it May 18, 2017. It's like coming soon on GOG for a while already. Can you just enable it there at this point? The man can divide it for 85% discount already. That's pretty nice. The chill indie sale. What do we have as a chill indie? Outlast as a chill indie. That's kind of debatable. Dorfromantic for sure though. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. The Shadow Tactics with 90% off. Like for free already. Many times. But at this point probably not anymore. So might as well just get it with 90% discount. Unless Epic will decide to roll out some more freebies there. Darkest Dungeon for $3. Not the second one, but still. True self true. The Iratus too. Yeah, the Outlast 2 also. The chill indie sale, by the way. Some chill indies. Stasis also kinda there. Interesting. And the one chill indie game there. Totally very chilly. Totally very chilly. Now let's see what's in the upcoming. Real quick. Real quick. You'll get two of them news. What do we have waiting? Waiting for us in the upcoming weeks there. The mini bonga. A very poga. No, stop. The Elder Scrolls Online and Necrom tomorrow already. Yeah, they picked not the best timing with Diablo that is coming, to be honest. To be honest, not gonna lie, I would actually maybe even consider. But yeah, I also kind of like overplayed with Oblivion still quite recently, so gonna chill with that. Maybe at some point. Damn, save them. The farm. Amnesia the bunker. Loop 8, Summer of Gods. Espresso Tycoon, Nocturnal, Band Brawler. Yeah, that's all the stuff we saw so far, so that's really quite upcoming, I guess. Really quite upcoming. A VR travel as a little tiny small dwarf. Here's the top tier VR games there. Hentai Mission Bombas. See what they did there though. I like how like MotoGP 23 has like a less than some public bounce and stuff, for example. And a lot of sports enjoyers. There's Tour de France also. A pro cycling manager. I like how they all in the same day. Like what? Who was picking the release dates and everything? God, Diablo. Well, I mean, the same stuff. Just most likely just gonna look off the stream today. If everything's somewhat chill, then I guess gonna get it. Then I guess we getting it. Then we gonna be getting it. I'm gonna use the same account I used for the beta and everything. Just as I planned. It should be good, huh? It should be good. Yeah, the Footy Toys. DHL Box Stacker Pro. Damn, son. Yeah, it's like the accounts here are suffering, basically. The local ones. I don't know what they expected, though. I don't know what they expected here. Why would it suddenly work? A Grey Hill incident. Once upon a time. Let's see how it is. And I think whoever got their stuff, they should be fine. Those, well, I mean, they didn't pay directly to Blizzard and everything, you know, so it wasn't removed or preloaded. It's just like I think there was like the sale open for some time for some of the. It's kind of like the same as where is it? I closed it already. Like this, for example. And you go here. You see, it shows here. You just press it and it doesn't work basically. So it was like just a mistake, and they removed it. And then they removed it. They closed the gifts. Like people were gifting from other regions here, and it was working, but now you can't receive them anymore. So if you got it, sure, fine, but you can't do it anymore. I don't know why people do that even. Like people wanted to stay to keep everything on their main accounts, yeah, without realizing that the main accounts are fucked now. What do you expect there? So those who got the gifties, they gonna work, but the problem is they're not gonna be able to get anything else on top of that, like expansions and everything. Forget about it. Cease there, alright. The Pipug is good at Pipug, man. They got the full voice acting and everything too. Don't let those people know. Get the full translation and voice acting there too. A full localization. The brew pump simulator. Isn't this one out already? There's like early access, I guess, or something. Could be. The Heist Kitty, a multiplayer cat simulator game. Damn son, the quality gaming there. Finally. On Dawn. Free. Interesting. A Dubium. Formula 123 with 9,000 there. Relic. Not that impressive, eh? Still followers though, it's not the wish list. It's kind of one of the weird metrics there, I would say. That I, for example, don't even use. And that functionality really. Oh damn, Rainbow Six Extraction. It's coming. 15th of June on Steam, eh? Even this one is coming now. A Deep Rock Galactic Decontaminator Pack. And get some DLCs there going. The fuck is that? A Little White Man versus X. Monka is. Oh, the game just called Doomer. I think I know what is this all about. I already see from the picture. Yeah, gonna be the classic Russian Doomer stuff there, I see. And the memes that are coming. Cowgirls 3 stories, yeah. I want to be buried in slime. What are these games, man? A lot of these games. Hentai PVC memories. Lightning on Backroom Society. How to Tame a Succubus. Milfovania episode 2. Amelia's Dog Descent is actually farming. The time is more than Formula 1. The Trepong too. The Super Shooter, and that one also has like a lot of followers there. Interesting. Hey Leo, hello. How we doing? Forever Skies, but that one also kind of farmed actually. You're the Subnautica, but you actually flying. Well, the demo was alrighty. I wouldn't say it was something crazy. Oh, the 6 days in Fallujah also gonna be out. The one that got a whole bunch of drama. I thought they kind of canceled it or something. Because it just disappeared for like a year or two after that. Like about the war in Iraq. And like people were mad about this one. So I thought they kind of just, you know, wrap it. But nope, there it is. It's coming, it's coming. Doing good, they are doing good, huh? Doing nice. The alien game is gonna be nice. We'll see, we'll see. Hopefully. That one was the tactical, right one? Oh, the tactical, yeah. Could be, could be. That might be interesting. Salty Hounds. The Yuri dating agency. Life not supported, eh? What's this one about? Survival, a base built in space. Alright. One of those, eh? Yuri from Red Alert, yeah. The one and only. The full quest. See how it is, eh? Here we go. Feudal Friends, eh? Online co-op multiplayer. Oh, this is the Slavic Punk old timer. And the shooter. So that one, the 27th of June, alright. The Slavic Punk. Revival Recolonization. Turn-based strategy. It's like 4x. What is that? What is that? I mean, kinda is, but not exactly. Yeah, 4x, alright. Yeah, Warden's rules can change at key moments, creating deep and highly replayable experience. Alright. Them the elephants with guns. That could be kinda interesting. Early access is gonna be though. We'll see. Atomic Heart to invade revival recolonization. Damn son. The epic crossover. Announcing the epic crossover. Insane. And with that Atomic Heart there. I've heard about that one though before, so that crossover. I do know updates for a while, alright. Light in the Sun I think I did play, right? Or was it a little before? Could be a little earlier, a little before that, so might be some revisiting soon. I mean, they're silent since a while already. And the update was in January basically, so nothing else. We'll see, we'll see. As you see, alright. The Conquest mode, yeah. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, eh? Like it's not sexual, it's sexual. A bizarre show. Let's see. Quality. Skedaddling in Egypt. Look at these names, man. Intiaraholic, dude. Yeah, that shit instantly with like 5,000 followers on Steam. Holy fuck, alright. That's what the coolers want, man. That's which niche you peak there. It's the Go Adventure Dragon Slayer. That one is not even 1,000. The Steam Coomers are into NTR, seems like. See how it is. That's East USA. Don't think you're missing out on that much, to be honest. I don't think so. Container phobia. Just Andres. That's a name. Oh, that's a name there. A Monster Cottage. The Yogurt with Dreams. A Roxy's Erotic Life. Man, this month is pumping, eh? Them window, them. The Strats. Trails of Reverie. It's another Trails series game, right? Christmas Squirt. It's kind of like in the middle of summer there. A bit early or a bit late, hard to say. Oxenfree 2 little signals. Atelier Marie remake. Another one. Themselves for them. Never enough time. Never enough time. The Exoprimal. 13th of July. Jack the Lions. Damn, this one is pumping actually in followers and stuff too. Interesting. We'll see, we'll see. Let's see, like I say. House of Beads. A nuclear option. Queen of the Otaku. There can only be one. Yeah, the month, 2 months even, I would say. Quite calm there. FIFA Simulator 2 actually, even them son. Age of Reforging at the Freelance. Would that be? Open world exploration strategy. Would that be? Origin, Nari. The Freelance. Fantasy sandbox strategy and survival RPG. All of it in one package. Let's take another the epic intros. Did this one? I think had some gameplay there too. I want to see the gameplay, sir. And some trees. Companions, alright. Arm yourself to the teeth. Explore the huge world, eh? So, what's the actual kind of like? I get top down, you get like third person. I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess it's the world map done like that. All right, that's kind of nice. Well, actually, not only world map. There's the fight also in the same way. So the gameplay exactly looks though. A combat like this, but then you kind of like walk not like this. It's like top down. See what they say. Like what's the third person view then? Like this one. His abilities and stuff even too. And then combat goes like this way. I guess like the turn-based mode or something. Explore, survival battle, real-time combat. You can pause time, give orders. Yes, you can like walking like that, but then you fighting like that. I'm confused there. We'll see. I guess might be kind of interesting. And some RPGs to add to the list. The Immortals of Avium too. Again, don't really care too much about that one. But we'll see. Might be interesting. Pick your camera angle. I mean, yeah, maybe you just like zoom out to see like the whole battlefield that way is better. Could be, could be. A Dream Empire, Dream Tycoon Sim Management. Developer of this one. Tronic Spartan, right, that's at least something else. Hot and Lovely Violet and Succubus Sessions. A Mummy Mummy, a Sweet Slice of Hell. Insane. Space Cats Tactics. I mean, just need to like kind of like, you know, like see all the trends that are farming. So what we've seen today, like cats are farming a lot. NTR is farming. Alright. And what else can we add there? What the Vampire Survivors like as a genre. That still kind of does, seems like, I guess. Some furry stuff. Well, I mean, cats are in already, so you just need to elaborate a little more. Then get some weeb stuff too. What else was there that was kind of farming? So you need to make like some sort of like NTR survivors. But with some furry characters, and put accent on cats more. That'll be the game, dude. That'll be the game. He's gonna play it with sub. C2, I see. Yeah, I think it's one of those that are gonna be like somewhere for free, or do you just like play it on some subscriptions or something? The NTR Survivors, the Russian village simulator. The bisexual hospitalization. Alright. The title already has the story in it, you know. You already know what you're getting there. Celestine. It's like Celeste for cougars. And the milkshake. I don't know how they go with these names, man. Some of those names is like way to dink, and some are like way to dink in the other way. The milkshake, alright. It's gonna be like what you gonna get when you're gonna be googling for that or something, for example. I mean, that's the 5-head move, you know, like against pirates and stuff. Like, people will go like, you know, like milkshake download. Then they're gonna get some bunch of irrelevant shit that way, and then they give up, and then they go and just buy it. But that's the 5-head move there, you know. See what do I say, huh? Hentai Army. Gunsmith Simulator. Steps on Crocodile Maiden at the end of the world, huh? And there you go. That's the whole synopsis there for sure. Stonks 9800s, a stock market simulator. Isekai Junkin Hero. Well, yeah, seems like it's already like the ones without the exact release date. So that's pretty much like June and July. Yeah, we chillin' in terms of the ink releases there. Cats hidden in Italy. Them games, dude, them games. Sex coach hot yoga. Take me to the dungeon. Well, there's some good fucking games. Yeah, basically 2 months of somewhat of a chill time then. Without a lot of dink releases there. Yet another hentai puzzle PTSD. Quite the naming there too. Alright. But not much going on. Not much going on. What was the... It's only filters in the day that way. Come on, it'll be kind of cool if it'll be filtering also the whole... But the whole thing, it only goes for the day. Sadly. Sadly. Yeah, it would be nice to see that way. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we saw some. Or rather, we haven't really seen. Okay, what was the on-dawn, actually? It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't think so. Free to play. Ooh. Free to play, a level infinite and stuff. Alright. Survival RPG for mobile and PC. Ah, I see. Alright. I'll see how it is. Survivors 4 years after a worldwide disaster. Hordes have infected the Rome-shattered world. Well, mobile and PC, that's already kind of like... Maybe not exactly a red flag, but you know, it's there, waving. Kind of like orangish, maybe. Like Zelda Final Fantasy. Well, Zelda is already out though. So there is only Final Fantasy really. I guess you can say Diablo 2. And then it's all over. Well, let's get to the news part. Let's go. The 3 months. I think August already gonna start pumping. Probably closer to the end of August though. Like in September. That's when there is gonna be a bunch still. But yeah, until then, kinda chill. Alright, let's go. Oh, Nintendo shuts down a Steam launch of Dolphin emulator. I'm quite disappointed that we have to announce that the Dolphin on Steam release has been indefinitely postponed. They were notified by Evolve that Nintendo has issued a cease and desist, citing the DMCA against Dolphin's Steam page, and have removed Dolphin from Steam until the matter is settled. Currently investigating our options and will have a more in-depth response in the near future. Appreciate your patience in the meantime. No, Nintendo being Nintendo. Kinda expected a course of events, especially after Zelda leaking and everything, and everyone's going to farm. I think they went even all the way to like go on like the big torrent trackers and just like literally just like sitting on the trackers and getting the info on people as much as possible, at least on IPs, and then sending requests because some people actually got contacted since some countries are very strict with that stuff. So you know, Nintendo is dink with that shit. Better be careful. They will come for you. To mention, even Reggie was going on Twitter. And was going ham there. Again, his body is ready, so I would be afraid. Silent Hill Ascension let the community influence the series canon later this year. See, it's interactive streaming series. Provide little in the way of details. It sounds not giving new details on the series, but also trailer. Series which will unfold simultaneously across the globe. Those watching can help decide the fate of Ascension's main characters. This means that as the story plays out, the audience will have a say in who survives the surely horrific story, who will be redeemed or damned by their actions, and who will suffer the almost certainly ghastly consequences. Not even the developers will know the results of the story until it unfolds. That sounds kind of dank. So will they actually kind of like prepare all the sort of like footage first, like film it all, and then it just like kind of like keeps, you know, like switching the branching narrative and everything? Because that sounds like a lot of you know, content that kind of like never actually gonna happen. Well, unless they're gonna release it like later when you can like pick the choices yourself or something. That would be kind of good, I guess. A real-time interactive system that allows viewers from around the world to decide these characters' fates within the narrative the studio has crafted. Later in 2023, fans can tune into live story moments where each day is different based on audience interactions. You dilute the whole IP with all these games. I mean, that's not even a game. That's a show. That's a show. Oh, that's the streaming series, the interactive show. There was one like this already recently, though, right? Kind of like where you can choose the story, right? But like it's not like dynamically, I guess, kind of decided. You just kind of like have all of them. You just, you know, you can watch different turn of events later, right? Hey, Glopping, hello. How are you doing? I guess this one in the end will be like that. It's just they're gonna like probably like stream it in the way people kind of like people set the canon, right? And then you can just like watch it on your own way, probably, because like I doubt they're gonna like let that much content kind of go to waste there. That would be weird.
I can feel it. Your guilt. So thick it chokes the air. You want to know how you can escape from this place.
Nice uppers, nice.
But you can't.
Sounds good, huh?
Any more than you can escape yourself. And the pain you carry. It fills you up.
This is gonna be like just a CGI series then.
That you pass on to everyone you meet. Everyone you love. Even your children. Because no matter how hard, how fast, how far you run.
Hey, Big Bog, that's the thing, that's the series, that's the show, huh? But it looks like a game, yeah. Especially with those animations there, really. A nice clapping, nice. Good ice cream. That would be cool now. That would be good right now. Yeah, so this is kind of like the series, apparently. Where's the behavior, actually? Behavior interactive, huh? Oh, that one too, interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting one. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how they will make it. Yeah, that seems kind of like more like a game rather than a show or something, to be honest. But yeah, doing good, man. Doing good. Hope you're doing good too. He's up for this, yeah. Yeah, it even says like the live system, right? So they kind of want to make it like that crazy fast, probably. So it's kind of like not just, you know, you like make a decision and then, well, actually, I think it said like the next day you're gonna see how it played out or something. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I mean, it's basically just gonna have like until dawn, you know, live stream that where people vote for like the Twitch or like Netflix or something plays until dawn, but not until dawn, but you know, Silent Hill. Pretty much it. And nice clapping, nice. Sounds good, huh? Sounds good, huh? Infinity's Trash, the game based on the Dragon Quest anime. So like there's anime based on the game, and then there is now a game based on anime. Damn son, we went full loop there. It will be released this September. The Adventure of Dai. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC on September 28th. Alongside this release date, Square Enix has released a trailer showing up more of what to expect in this game set in Dragon Quest universe. Sure. I guess why not? Let's see.
Long ago, when the gods first created this world, the gods of dragons, darklings, and humans convened and came to an agreement to create a
player,
being
man.
with the strength of dragons, the magic power of darklings, and the heart of humans.
The trash, yeah.
Ultimate warrior.
Not false, maybe. We'll see.
Dragon Knight.
Fight with the power of good.
I just have to sacrifice myself and do whatever I can.
The game's going full circle now. It's a 60. Holy shit, alright. Insane. From games in 30 and back. What an adventure. And all that for 60. Is 60 on the next gen? Or on the previous gen, actually? On both, I guess, I assume. On PC. Okay, let's see. Choose up as true. 60 is the new 40, yeah. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart jumps to the Steam Dimension this July. Performance enhancing upscaling for DLSS 3 and stuff even, damn son. Unlocked frame rate, ultra wide support, 48.9, damn son. That's quite the aspect ratio there. We'll see, we'll see. This one is good and it will flop them, son. The duality of man. The duality of man. How the game is other characters. I think for the PC audience that doesn't really matter whatsoever. We don't know. I haven't played a single one. I don't really give a shit. Like if I would be interested in the genre and stuff, you know, I wouldn't really care about the characters. Yes, I see. Well, depends on the port, I guess. They have DLSS 3 already, so you know, worst case, I guess they can just rely on DLSS power as usual. Oh, damn, son. Things you all expected. Spider-Man game not gonna get on PC for a while? No, not for a while, for sure, yeah. They already said, yeah, they're gonna take some time between PlayStation and PC release. Like the day one release on PC, they said never happens, that's for sure. Don't see it being actually that good without the controller. Let's see. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City might be getting a sequel. Was that the one that everyone kinda just, you know, very disliked? It wasn't a complete knockout hit. Yeah, is this the one that that everyone kinda was molding about? News organization that covers the greater Sudbury area in Canada, which is where Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was filmed. The Sudbury is receiving $11 million injection from the provincial government. As reported by PC Games N, and this government is funding 20 local projects through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation, and while a sequel to Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City hasn't officially been named as one of those 20 projects, there is one called Umbrella Chronicles, and it's receiving $2 million. Familiar with the Resident Evil series, you know Umbrella Chronicles is likely not the Umbrella Chronicles spin-off game. And that the film company behind Umbrella Chronicles is a Raccoon HD film production, the same company behind Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. It isn't the series, alright, I see. It's a movie, apparently never heard of that, alright. Could be clapping, could be. So this is something else then, alright. Well, yeah, I would be surprised if they would get the actual show. The actual show that people molded out about to get a sequel. I mean, it wouldn't surprise really that much. They got the Rings of Power, right? Getting the new season, so you never know. You never know. Former CDPR devs form new studio to create character-driven games set in Apocalypse. Another one. Another one. We're gonna see a lot of these nowadays, I feel. Actually, maybe a little less now, because, you know, kinda a little bit of the not the best economic situation. Maybe investors' monies are a little getting kinda, or like investors getting a little more careful with monies, but so far still pumping. Cyberpunk 2077 game director and The Witcher 3 co-game director Mateusz Konik has co-founded Blank with Jerzy Moroz and Marcin Yefimov, both former executive producers on The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. Together, this new studio aims to apply their years of experience to a clean slate and bring beautifully crafted games and unique experiences to players, favoring novel territory rather than well-trodden ground. Press release from Blink says the studio has no plans to make clones or predictable entries. From this screenshot, it looks like more kind of... what was the recently the visual novel thingy about the car trip or something. At least from this screenshot, I don't know, kind of like gives me that vibe. That is gonna be one of those kind of interactive story games, but maybe not. Maybe not. 2 other former DPR the devs also, so you got a whole bunch of people there. The Exodus after the Cyberpunk there. Maybe Steve, yeah. After working for years in an increasingly conservative industry, we're ready to make bold, impactful projects that share our creativity and values. The industry champions the dictatorship of the creative individual. We want to give ownership to the team. Where the industry leans on crunch culture, we prefer a work-life balance. Yeah, I think it's Dusk Falls or something, yeah. Where the industry says bigger is better, we are setting our sights on highly polished games with a focus on emotion, story, and craftsmanship. Hey, good child, hello. Yeah, I feel like this is probably some like very narrative-driven stuff. Team plans to marry inspired ideas with well-defined scopes, strong teams of support, and realistic budgets. Quality craftsmanship and running the studio in a sustainable way, and plan to increase our project's scope as we expand the team and its capabilities. Alright, Warshaf Poland currently consists 10 team members, planning to expand to 60. Alright. Their own Calista Protocol. I doubt they're gonna go that much, seeming from the description. But yeah, just kind of like... I don't know, like I feel... Like, I mean, I guess it's whatever. It's just like I'm not a huge enjoyer of that kind of games, right? So I kind of like, don't like... don't... Like, would rather, especially when you see post-apocalyptic and everything, right? I would just kind of like have it something kind of that I prefer more. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And the bold, impactful projects. Yeah, just hope it's gonna be actually something bold and impactful and not just another kind of like interactive movie or the visual novel. Which is good, but you know. That doesn't sound that bold and impactful, to be honest, already. I would say... Final Fantasy 16 is rated mature because it's more realistic and regulations are stricter. I get this question quite a lot. People ask us if the rating went up because we wanted to make a more violent game, and the answer to that is no. Producer Naoki Yoshida says. The neighbors barbecuing, as they always say. Time to grab some food then, to survive. On the outside, it doesn't appear the rating system has changed. You still have your E, you still have your teen, and you still have your mature. The problem is that over the years, as more games have come out and as we move forward, the regulations within those have actually changed a lot. She says the team understands these ratings are ultimately meant to protect children from sensitive content, but is still more restrictive to what a studio can do in a game. He says before studios could do much more, but now we're finding ourselves not able to do as much to get the same rating we did before. One example he gives is that it's okay to kill a zombie violently today, but if that character is a human, you'll push the rating more. Suppose someone's getting pierced with an arrow, Yoshida says that will no longer be allowed with a teen rating. It will immediately take you to the M rating because it's too realistic now. In instances where games are pushing for high fidelity visuals. He also brings up the differences in rating systems between different world regions. Ultimately, though, CBU, that's the business unit 3, made the game it wanted to. The name of their department that made Final Fantasy 16. Want to create something that was based in reality that felt really real and talk about complex and violent themes such as war. You can have a war without certain imagery. Clive is in the trenches, he's fighting for his life, he's covered with dirt and blood, and once you start limiting that when you're trying to create something that's very real, it takes the player out of the reality and makes it feel more like a game. That's what we didn't want to do, so rather than maintaining the teen rating, which would have limited a lot of the things we could do and what we show in cutscenes, the mature rating allows us to tell the story that we wanted to in the way we want to tell it. Devs offers the game plan. We're not going out of our way to create content that is violent or sensationalist. We just wanted to create the story that we wanted to tell that's going to feel real and the story that's going to resonate best with players without hiding anything. by allowing ourselves that mature rating that we are allowed and to not hold back and tell the story we want to tell. They were worried about pushback from Square Enix, since mature rating could theoretically limit the player base. He said it wasn't a big deal, joking that perhaps he's not as fearful of his corporate overlookers as he should be. And ballsy. He did get some respect points, I guess, then after Final Fantasy XIV. But ultimately, he said Square Enix understood why the team needed to be free from rating restraints with Final Fantasy XVI. Well, they're already complaining about amount of pre-orders, so just you wait until they all gonna put it on him. He made a different game. Where is our teen rating? We didn't get more pre-orders because you have some people pierced with arrows there or something. Ain't gonna be any darker than other games. Probably show some titty. Probably not that even, I would assume. We will see though, I guess. Not sure about that. It certainly doesn't hurt that Yoshida is on Square Enix's board of directors, who are the ones he had to break the news to either. Director Hiroshi Takai echoes Yoshida's thoughts, citing that the mature rating has allowed us to be able to show more now that there are fewer restrictions to our narrative and the way we tell our story. It's always been about trying to get as many people to play the game as possible, and that's why historically series has aimed for the lower ratings, like the teen, to get the game into the hands of as many players as possible. Says in the past it was a lot easier because of hardware restrictions, but as consoles become more powerful, visuals become more lifelike, and getting a lower rating is more challenging. That's the secret behind Switch's shit hardware, by the way, probably. That's how they work around the rating restrictions. I see. Imagine if you would be Goomba stomping in the very good graphics. That would be mature rating, dude. The new generation of hardware and the visuals becoming more and more realistic. If you want to tell a story that feels real, it also needs to look real. And by showing realistic visuals, it's hard to keep that within the realms of a lower rating. It becomes so visceral, and I think you can see this trend since the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 when graphics became a bit more realistic. Moving up to higher rating allows us to tell the story we want to tell without having to fake it. If you're trying to tell a story about war but you can't show blood, it's not going to be realistic. And not using the mature rating to make Final Fantasy XVI hyper-violent just helps the team maintain the real feel. Mature rating allowed him to expand the dialogue, as there are certain words that will kick you from a teen rating to a mature rating, and if you're stuck with a teen rating, you have to avoid those types of words. You know, the character seems like a character that would use those type of words. Damn son. They're gonna be swearing. Wonka is. Clive will use swear words in mature language every now and then. We try to make it in situations where it fits. A giant boulder is coming towards me. Let's see. Of course, they're going to say shoot. Well, then he's not using it in everyday conversation because that's not Clive's character. Let's see. Like they are ever connected anyway. Exactly, clapping. Exactly, that's the thing. Don't think a lot of people would even care much. So yeah, this one is gonna be more real. And here's this guy. Again. Sonic the Hedgehog co-creator Yuji Naka is sentenced to prison for insider trading. Well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The usual. The usual. Kid served 2.5 years in prison as part of his sentencing for insider trading charges. Here, Tolpi. Also demanded Naka pay a fine of 2.5 million yen, $17.9 thousand, as well as supplementary a penalty of 1.2 $2 billion. So basically, dude's gonna lose everything he kind of inside trader, inside trading earned. Yeah, what did he get? Like 20k. He bought the stocks, so the profit probably wasn't like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I doubt it was double, but like 20k max, I guess, right? And then they got a 1 million bucks worth of the studio that was making the first soldier also. So maybe there they got a little more. Maybe then he got a little more. So I mean, yeah, most likely he gonna just like lose everything pretty much here and there. But I mean, that was quite straightforward there. He just like done. No knows he's gonna be making new Dragon Quest game. Just buy their stocks, then get the announcements rolling, and boom, there you go. Same with Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. And then shit flopped and already closed, I think, too. Actually, even I think this Dragon Quest game too. They closed one recently. But you know, you just get some farm on the news. Final decision expected next month. Oof. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. I think he also got caught in some dumb way, wasn't it? Was he like bragging about it to someone or some shit? Because like normally they wouldn't even be able probably to like figure it out, I guess. Well, they could, but they need to look into it, right? It's probably not really hard to figure it out, but you need to look into it. And no one probably would, unless there is already some investigation going. Imagine being that PP, yeah. A MetaQuest 3 coming this fall will cost $500. No, thank you. 128 gigabytes of headset. Oh, dude, you can have like one Call of Duty patch on that bad boy. Holy shit, amazing. Additional storage option will be available for purchase for those who want more space. Higher resolution, stronger performance, a slimmer and apparently more comfortable form factor according to Meta. The Quest and Quest 2 is completely wireless. Yeah, the problem is like so far is not in like devices like, you know, powers and everything. Is like literally just like the price of those devices, and I mean to some extent depending on your preferences the quality of games really. So like making more expensive headsets, even if they are kind of like better and everything, right, it's not gonna really solve the problem. If people ain't buying stuff for $300, they're not gonna be buying it for $500 either. Like you either go for like some super premium stuff, kind of like Index, right, like the Valve Index and stuff for 1,000 and shit. Maybe like lower nowadays. Some discounts there, weren't there? Not sure. Or you go for some like, you know, the low tier option. The low tier option is still currently, they got like what, $400? I think they like discounted it a bit more after. Like Quest 2 was $300 on release, then they upped the price to $400 and added the Beat Saber or something in the bundle for free. But like, bro, like when it was like released for $300, I was like, that's already kind of getting there, you know. Like we get something like for like $200 maybe, and with like, you know, solid games library, and that's already something I would maybe even kind of think about at some point. But instead of going lower, they go higher. Nope, they ain't thinking about that whatsoever. And using the druid in the final version of Diablo not trash anymore. I haven't really looked into it. I kind of gonna, if I go, when I go, I'm just gonna go blind probably, sorta. But I think they did. I think druid is fine now. If anything, I think necromancer got hit very hard after the first beta. That I kind of heard. I think they only like nerfed like one like some OP build. That's I also kind of heard with the rogue, I think, right? With like some endless energy thingy. And yeah, I think druid is kind of fine. I mean, it wasn't druid being trash before. It was like some other classes overtuned in the beta. So they just kind of like tune things a little better. So yeah, with VR, we watched the VR announcement thingy. I think there should be some news about it soon too. At least like list of announcement. Oh yeah, there is. About the games there on the platform, right? Yes, Steve, yeah, I think so. Isaac Mark, hello. So 7 Gears VR, I don't remember, so probably not even that crazy good. Stranger Things VR was kind of weird, so not sure. I mean, I'm kind of like not the VR enjoyer, right? So like, it's for me as a person who just kind of like, you know, just likes video games in general, right? And another sort of video games would be kind of not too bad to get into. But is it worth 500? Is it worth 500? Like all these so far, not really. Attack on Titan looked kinda interesting, and it had a lot of movement, but I'm not sure how you're gonna feel actually playing it. Like there was like some way to think like you just like fly all over the place like this in VR, and yeah, I kinda feel like you're gonna be probably like fucking puking all over the place like this. Kinda seems to be like that, most likely. You will need some getting used to it and training, you know, to to withstand that probably. But this actually at least kind of doesn't have the issue that a lot of like VR games kind of do have. For me personally, is that you kind of like too stationary, you know, like you kind of like just like you move with like your arms, right? Like everything else is kind of like slow and not moving when it's combat, for example, right? And this one is all like movement. Yeah, you just kind of like go super fast, but like in fact you don't. New Armored Core news? What about New Armored Core news? I don't think so. What happened with that? I mean, I'm including everything that already was posted in the morning today, and what I saw at least. Oh, mission base not open the world now. I mean, didn't they say it like a long time ago already? Really? Yeah, the Bulletstorm VR actually kind of nice, but you know, it's also Bulletstorm that you can already play. Be a roller coaster enjoyer to play that game, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of like some dance, you know, like Just Dance something. Bulletstorm was sick back then. I mean, I think it's still pretty sick. I played it like, what, a couple of years ago on stream, I think, right? And that was good. Probably gonna be banned in Germany, could be. Ghostbusters stuff, I mean, kinda alrighty, but not exactly my jam. Some co-op stuff. The Vampire the Masquerade actually kinda looked alrighty. Unironically, actually kinda looked maybe interesting. Hey, there's a... like, this one is at least, you know, the actual game. Because on PC now, they mostly just, like, bump visual novels in Vampire the Masquerade universe. And this is actually a game, so... you know... Yes, Dave, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's not something you would get the device for like $500, basically. Like, I bought PlayStation 4 back in the day for Bloodborne. Like, Bloodborne was good enough for me to buy PlayStation 4. There is no, like, Bloodborne for me on VR yet, let's put it that way. Or something equally, you know, interesting for me. Like, it's like, it looks good. Would I buy like a whole new like platform for like, you know, full price for it? No. Hell no. I bought VU for Bayonetta 2 actually too, but we got VU for like $200 basically here, and that was an okay price for it, I would say. Like, that's what I'm saying, like the 500 is like, they go like a different direction there. Like, in my opinion, like if they want to increase the player base for the VR stuff, instead of like, you know, like improving things and increasing the price, they should try to kind of like min-max it as much as possible to get it like below 300, or at least like to 300. Like nowadays, I guess with all the prices, 300 is not too bad. But like 250, 200, that would be already like okay. that would be kinda okay. Maybe for not wireless one, for example, not but the one that is actually connected to PC. And that's also the problem. That's the thing. Like there are some good games, but like they also all like on different kind of platforms. So you want to play this, well, it's PlayStation VR, you know. Or you want to play this, you need to get the Meta VR. You want to play something else, well, you know, there's like Valve, for example, Index or something. Well, Valve Index, I guess, can play anything that someone else gives them to play, pretty much. That is also the big part about it. Like there is already not a lot of good games, and then they also segment it all in different ones. Yeah, Power Wash Simulator in VR. I mean, some people will enjoy that probably. So why not? Wait, I don't remember this one. It's from Sverige, actually. The fuck? Did we see this one? I don't remember. How did I miss this one? Did I? Oh, maybe it was like on pre-show or something. It could be like on pre-show. This at least gonna be like weighted ding stuff though. This is gonna be some weighted ding stuff. It's very, man. The Deadly Premonition. There's Sverige and there is Suda. See those names? That's gonna be some ding shit probably. One way or another. It's also probably not exactly like some type of game that I would really enjoy, but you know, at least gonna be some dang shit. That's for sure. Yeah, that's way to think. Yeah, maybe it was like on like the pre-show. That's weird. That's at least kind of something interesting there. I say. Yeah, Assassin's Creed the Nexus VR, which we still have no idea what it is. They gotta show it on Ubisoft showcase, which I also kind of don't really care too much about. Major titles announced. I don't know, like Arizona Sunshine seemed a little more major, and another one was they didn't even post it here. The one in Egypt. That one that was kind of like the one that they put all the focus on, and they don't even like tell about it here. All right, I guess. That one looked kind of good though, the Egypt one. Yeah, remember it was, I think it had, yeah, what was it, Asgard something? Oh wait, maybe they got like the separate thing about it there. I think I saw some. Yeah, Asgard Rat, there it is. Which they didn't show anywhere else, they just mentioned it, alright. Yeah, that one looked really nice. That one looked really nice. Even though that one has this like thing with VR. Well, I mean, I guess you need to like play it rather than see it from the side, right? Maybe that feels good then. But like from the side, at least it seems like you can just kind of like, you know, like just like stationary there, you know, most of the time, especially during the combat. It kind of feels a bit weird, but don't know, maybe. So they're kind of getting good stuff there, but again, it's not much. It's a huge investment to get into the market and then buy the games on top of that too, right? So it's still, they still not getting me there whatsoever. Outside of like Alex, and even with Alex, I kind of like not like that super crazy much into Half-Life, so I can skip on that for a while still. But at some point I wouldn't mind. Like Alex and a few like smaller games, but that's pretty much it. Nothing else there. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth progressing smoothly according to producer. We're currently working on nailing down a release date for the game. So you know, no details yet, but already some progress there at least. Already some progress there going on that. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom secures third week at number 1. UK box charts. Lord of the Rings Golem debuts at number 6. Damn, son. The golem. How many people actually got baited by that? Oof, man. Probably a bit harder to refund that when you bought a box and everything. Still FIFA. Condolences to everyone bought golem, yeah. Hogwarts is still at number 3 even. It's not giving up. It's not giving up there. Dead Island is still staying strong too. Quite impressive, eh? Quite impressive. I like how Mario Kart is also always there. I understand like GTA 5, I guess. Well, I can't understand GTA 5, but you know, like it makes a little more sense because you know how it's live service and they keep pumping insane amount of content for it, right? And I guess like some people actually it's boxed also, right? So it's like mostly consoles, and so like it's not like I would assume, you know, like people on you know, like PC and like cheating, getting banned, getting another, you know, key, another version or something. That probably contributes a little, but that's boxes. That's not the actual like digital ones. Like, dude. Yeah, they got the last gen version release, so that also boosts the sales. Yeah, at least Golem was a good meme material. That is true. That is true. If I would be getting at some point some of the games like that, you know, that I mean I usually don't really like avoid playing like something with mixed reviews and everything, so I wouldn't even mind. But yeah, at least it's good memes, man. At least it's good memes. At least it's good memes. Well, that's actually good memes though, not just like unplayable mess. Like completely from tech perspective, right? That's a different story already. Nothing I hate more than, you know, like having issues playing something and things lagging on stream. Oof, rather not. CD Projekt sales dropped 20% year over year. Company will begin marketing push for Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty expansion next month, denies rumors of a Sony acquisition. Yeah, there were some rumors already, like probably a couple of weeks ago. Not sure where from. And net sales down to 39.8 million, 20% down. Net profit $15.9 million. Similar to earlier periods, the largest contribution to our sales came from Cyberpunk 2077, said CD Projekt CFO Piotr Lubavitch. That said, Witcher 3 also enjoyed another strong quarter in the wake of its next-gen console release, which took place in December 2022. Assiste USA. Witcher 3 lifetime sales total above 50 million copies already, and the whole Witcher franchise sold more than 75 million copies. Between the 3 games. Ongoing support for the core game and work on its first large expansion, Phantom Liberty, the company is still devoting nearly half of its development team toward the franchise. Half development team. Alright. Recent quarters have also seen an increase in the resources devoted to the next Witcher game, Polaris, and a less pronounced increase for the Molasses Flood spin-off series, which was reportedly rebooted late in the quarter. Company has not said when Phantom Liberty will launch, but did say it was beginning the marketing push for the expansion at Summer Game Fest in Los Angeles, June 9th and 10th. So we're gonna see something on Geoff's show, seems like. The GOG division made modest progress during the quarter, with total revenues up 3% to $9.84 million, while a net profit rose 63% year over year to $59,000. That the GOG profit is $60,000. Oof. But you know what? I have to say that's a good thing they still keep it running. Like, you know, it's still net profit. Sure, it's $60,000, right? But like that means it also like gives a lot of jobs to people, right? Who like salaries kind of go into expenses. So that's good. They're not like saying like, oh man, this game only, you know, like this platform only brought us like a couple of million. Let's shut it down. Fuck that stuff. So they still keep it rolling. That's nice. And it's not in negative. That is also nice. I wonder, well, net profits rose 63%. Maybe the Coomer push is actually working for them. Hard to say, hard to say. A lot of talking on the Geoff show. Yep, I mean, didn't we have it already on like the first time they got like post-COVID kind of like the live stage stuff and everything? Like, was it the Gamescom opening night live or something? That was a lot of talking too, huh? I mean, the Game Awards is always kind of like half talking, obviously, right? That's normal, kind of. But yeah, like some announcement show with him before the latest one, I think. When was the name? The NFT guy, the NFT voice acting guy was there. Who else was there? I forgot. Like they constantly were also like putting people on stage, and yeah, it's just like talking, dude. So hopefully there will be a bit less of that. Oh yeah. And the Kalista talking also was there. True. I remember now. Yeah, they do kind of like that's the funny part. Like he was like a year ago or 2 years ago in Summer Game Fest when it was starting. Actually, I think a year ago. Like we learned the lesson. We know you guys like want all the like the trailers and stuff. We know what gamers want. We're gonna give you all the trailers, and then like boom, here you go. Like bro. At least do it the Xbox way. Like Xbox already doing it. Well, I mean, we'll see how they will actually do it, right? But on paper, they do it good because they have like Xbox showcase, then in detail showcase about Starfield, right? There's gonna be probably a bunch of talking because it's probably gonna be like I would say like 30 minutes show, right? You can just like show one trailer for that time anyway. And then like a few days later, they have like the how is it called? Like the in-depth show or whatever, when there's gonna be already like a bunch of talking and interviews and everything. Extended showcase, yeah. So they kind of have like, you know, just a showcase where I hope they just like trailer, goodbye. And then if you want to hear the talk and everything, then they're gonna do the extended one. Which we're also gonna watch, I guess, why not? So, if it's not overlapping with anything, then why not? Might as well. Gotta see how it is, CD Projekt CEO Adam Kaczynski also shut down rumors that had circulated over the weekend that the company may be acquired by Sony. Nothing has changed on our end. I can repeat that we've been saying throughout the years. CD Projekt is not for sale and we want to remain independent. See. So they'll really need to show some nice stuff. I don't think Microsoft needs to try even that much. Like, I mean, it would be nice if they show now nice stuff, but I think after Sony, they just need to show like one new like franchise or something, or like one something like, you know, something big bulk basically, and that's it. Because Sony didn't show anything new. Like Spider-Man we saw before, Final Fantasy we saw before, you know, a bunch of live service game. Well, I mean, for some people that's POG, I guess, but like another extraction shooter or something, I mean, I'll pass. Might even play it when it's out if I will be in the mood, right? But like, I just install it, play it, uninstall it, and forget about it probably. Like, I don't really invest into those much. I don't really care. Outside of the console war, they kind of need that too, because they are dry. Well, outside in general they need, yeah, because in general we haven't seen shit from either like Sony or them for a while, so change the mindset that the Game Pass and no first party. Like you mean Xbox exclusives or something? I mean, that's not gonna happen. Thankfully, that's not gonna happen because we're gonna get that stuff on PC, and that's good. For all I care, you know, like the Xbox right now is like a little bit of a like the small PC box, you know, just to play Game Pass stuff. If you don't want to build a PC for the full price nowadays, which is quite expensive. But like the Microsoft themselves, I don't think there's gonna be much. I'm more interested in what's like what Obsidian is doing, what Exile is doing, what Bethesda is doing, that's all I'm like really interested. Like Microsoft themselves, I kind of honestly like don't really care. A Halo or something, whatever. I don't mind. Gears of War, I'm also kind of don't really mind too much. That's the thing with Halo and Gears of War, they were always kind of Xbox only things, so I never really got into them back in the day, and I don't really care for them nowadays either. They're gonna show Fable apparently, I think. There are some teasers, I guess, and there's gonna be some Fable stuff, so that's interesting. Because people were saying they're not gonna yet, but I guess they will. True, Steve, true, huh? The 6 big games which have not been shown for 3 to 4 years now. Well, yeah, Fable apparently they're gonna show. Well, I mean, that's welcome to the modern game development, right? Like, how many years ago did they show Elder Scrolls 6 and how much of that we saw, you know? Basically, that's pretty much the game dev nowadays. Like, not even taking Bethesda alone. It's just, you know, things taking now like 5 years easily. Some big AAA stuff is like pretty much like the one console generation is like, you know, the one pipeline to develop some big AAA project. So we'll see. They did not though. I mean, who cares? Like Sony also wasn't really like releasing that crazy much anyway. That's why I was expecting they're gonna show a bunch of new cool stuff. But it's the stuff we already kind of seen and know about anyway. Like the first party, they never really were like super strong with. Like what did like Microsoft usually even had as a first party from themselves? Like Halo and Gears really. That was the only stuff that Xbox was kind of like rolling as their own thing. Everything else is the side studios. Strong first party wise. Well, what was there? Like Xbox 360 was strong, but a lot of that stuff was pretty much kind of like multi-platform, at least between consoles, you know. Like maybe it wasn't going to PCs, but it was at least like both on Xbox and on PlayStation. Like Bayonetta, for example, first one, right? It wasn't on PC first, it was Xbox and PlayStation, but it was on both. True, Steve, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't like really get that. Like Microsoft needs to show something as, you know, like as Microsoft. No, they need to show something as, you know, as the company that makes games. And like, who gives a shit if it's like Sony, Microsoft? Like at this point, that doesn't matter anymore. Well, for Sony, it kind of does matter, right? Because they still sell, like they still push their console, right? So they need to have some sort of like first party, you know, exclusives to keep selling that. For Microsoft, I think at this point it doesn't matter anymore. Like Xbox is already kind of semi-dead, and all they need is like, you know, the games for multi-platform. That's it. Microsoft is for Game Pass. Microsoft is for like PC gaming. Like all those games are on PC. That's it. And Game Pass too, yeah. But like, I mean, if it works, that's good. Like if the Xbox as a platform is kind of like dead, I don't even mind, because at least it all goes to PC too, right? So like everyone playing on PC will get what's on Xbox. Everyone playing on Xbox will get almost everything that is on PC. So like, whatever. That's actually good for me. That I think is actually good for us all, to be honest. So you don't need to have like one extra piece of plastic in your home to play some games. And right now you basically need a PlayStation and Switch. You already don't need Xbox, thankfully. And I mean, so far I'm kind of skipping both Switch and the PlayStation and have no problems. So okay, buying at a 3 I wouldn't mind. I might yank it from my friend for that. For PlayStation, I kind of don't even miss anything much, to be honest, for me personally. Microsoft Activision Blizzard King deal approved in South Korea. Asian market is the latest to clear the 68.7 billion acquisition without condition. And another one. So far it's basically only kind of UK. Well, US is still haven't decided yet, and that's probably the only one they kind of really care about. And that's why we still even like listening to all these approved and not approved, because US didn't decide yet, and they just wait and try to get other ones also. Our revenue across all video game market segments fell in 2022. The new report also says that China and US made up 49% of consumer spending. I mean, UK ministers next week, yeah. We'll see. Market total hit $183 billion in 2022, down 5%. Mobile revenue declined 7% to $92 billion. US and China consumer spending hit a total of $90.4 billion. Console games also on decline. Downloaded box PC games hit 36.5 billion, decrease of 2.6 year-over-year. So everything's kind of dropping there a little bit. But Asia Pacific, like, holy shit. It's insane. Crazy, man. That make the North America 49.7, US total 47.4. So Canada is like 3.3 bill there. Latin America even increasing with well, Middle East, you know, got some extra profits there to fuel the economy, I guess. Yeah, the Asia Pacific is ridiculous, man. So a lot of those mobile games are also rolling out there, like Ragnarok Origin, for example. Super popular there. And they still keep pumping in there. A Devolver Digital Showcase set for June 8th. A Devolver Direct The Return of Wolvie will take place at 3 p.m. PT on June 8th as part of Summer Game Fest. It's kind of like midnight, I think, for us. Gonna watch that. Devolver. Who? Too young to know Volvi. Is Volvi actually a thing? Or did they actually like kind of made up and like send some merch to streamers that they have it sorted or something? I'm actually not sure. Because I don't recognize that whatsoever. Or it's like some very, very, very niche thing. A League Championship Series delayed following a conflict between Riot and Players Association. The LCSPA voted in favor of a walkout to protest changes made to the league that could lead to 70 job losses. That's really nice. The unity power, man. CSPA voted in favor of a walkout earlier this week to protest against changes made in North American Challengers League, which led to elimination of 7 teams ahead of the imminent start of the summer season. Riot's decision to change the league's rules could lead an estimated 70 people to lose their jobs. Statement shared on Twitter on Sunday, LCSPA said that the strike was a decision that players didn't take lightly, adding, "We stand at this impasse because actions were taken by Riot without prior communication or discussion with the LCS players." Riot addressed the walkout in a blog post penned by global head of LOL Esports, Naz Aleta. And as reported by Kotaku, the firm is ready to cancel the entire season if a resolution isn't found within the next 2 weeks. Delay LCS season for the next 2 weeks. Give time for productive dialogue between the LCSPA teams and the league, and then resume LCS competition this summer. LCS will not be penalizing the teams for not fielding their rosters during the 2 weeks period to allow everyone space to focus on constructive dialogue. And doing our best to ensure LCS employees, contractors, and others supporting the LCS are not negatively impacted by the delay. Delaying beyond the 2-week window would make it nearly impossible to run a legitimate competition, and in that case, we would be prepared to cancel the entire LCS summer season. So kind of like trying to like basically kind of like blackmail them, like, oh yeah guys, like, you know, 70 people lose jobs, but if you actually kind of gonna be pushing for it too much, then, you know, more people will lose jobs because we canceled the whole season there. Carrying this forward, the LCS summer season is cancelled. This will also eliminate LCS teams qualifying for 2023 Worlds. I want to be clear, this is not an outcome we would want, and it's unfortunately the reality of ensuring we run a fair, competitive global system. Tonight, one thing is back and clear focus: players are the LCS. Without players, there is no league and there is no esports. From day one, exclusion from the decision-making process drove the LCS players to vote to walk out. The future of an ICL and the LCS is too big to decide overnight and without player consideration. Alright, when we begin discussion, result in meaningful collaborative action to get our players back when they want to be, competing for fans on the LCS stage. We'll see how that will go. And that's exactly why all those companies are afraid of getting the unions and everything, because then people can push back for the shit. For the shit they try to pull, Marvel's Midnight Suns developer hit by layoffs. Firaxis Games says that the redundancies come as it aligns talent against its highest priorities. Another one with priorities. Studio remains focused on developing critically acclaimed video games. Sharpening of focus, enhancement of efficiencies, and alignment of our talent against our highest priorities. Man, this like corpus speech already getting kind of disgusting at this point, man. Like, you know, like, you can at least like say, you know, the economy is kind of bad, and, you know, we kind of like maybe have a little too many people, overestimated our powers, and we can't support it, supply it, so we kind of need to get some cuts going, sorry. Nah, we're gonna be like, you know, it's like we got a strong growth. It's just, you know, like negative in direction, but it's strong. Kirby support studio Vanpool shut down. The developer behind Dylan's Rolling Western series was dissolved yesterday. Dissolved. Company's website has been replaced by a notice that reveals the studio was dissolved yesterday, May 31st, offering thanks to all players who enjoyed its games. The notice does not elaborate on why Vanpool has been shut down, instead attributing the developer's closure to various circumstances. Founded in 1999, Vanpool primarily developed and co-developed games for Nintendo. Standalone projects include Dylan's Rolling Western series and 6DS title freshly picked Tingle's Rosie Ropland. Alright. Zelda spin-off based on the titular side character. That's on the spin-offs there. Studio perhaps was best known for its work co-developing 4 most recent Kirby titles from HAL Laboratory, including Kirby and the Forgotten Land and this year's Kirby's Return to the Dreamland Deluxe. So even Nintendo is like optimizing. Well, these guys didn't even like roll any like notices. They just kind of like, alright, we closed for reasons. Goodbye. No one tried to pull some sharpening on focus, increasing the efficiency, and all that stuff. CD Projekt Red will lay off remaining 30 members of Gwent team. Staff will be dismissed between now and the end of the year as development winds down on the Witcher spin-off. I was kind of hoping that like releasing in China will be kind of like a little surprise, kind of like permission to release in China will be kind of like, you know, boom, suddenly a lot of people and they're like, oh wait a second, whoa. Come back, everyone go back, we have work to do still. It looks like magic didn't happen. Proceeding with the plans for Project Gwentfinity, an initiative that will enable fans to continue playing a card battling game with the active support of the development team. Its preparation for this transition have continued. The number of staff required has diminished, with some of the team members moved to other projects. Only 30 people are now working on the game. By the end of 2023, these people will part ways with CD Projekt Red. Oh, so they're even like getting them out. Never easy to say goodbye, and even though decisions like this are unavoidable and natural result of the transition, we'd like to express our sincere thanks for all the contributions these team members have made to Gwent, just like the community you helped make the game what it is today. They don't even bother, like, you know, moving them to some other departments, just like, goodbye. Activision Blizzard tallies harassment reports, punishments. Publishers Transparency Report says it received roughly 134 harassment, discrimination, or retaliation complaints in 2022. So that's like 1 per 2.5 days, basically. Damn, son. You can, you know, work calmly for 2 days until someone steals your breast milk or something. Investigated total of 116 reported harassment, discrimination, retaliation cases across the company. Found 31 of them were substantiated. Only investigated 87% of such cases for a number of reasons, offering reasons like a respondent having left the company or an anonymous report offering insufficient information as to why investigation would not be pursued, and that percentage would put the total number of complaints received around 134. Found substance at 27 of investigated reports and 23% of all reports. Investigated themselves, yeah. And the more than 15,500 employees and 5,200 contingent workers covered by the report, Activision Blizzard noted that worked out to 0.15 substantiated claims for every 100 employees. As for what was done in response, Activision Blizzard reported that 36% of corrective actions taken included terminating an employee. Type of conduct that resulted in termination included inappropriate or discriminatory language, messages, or behavior, 9 cases. Discriminatory exclusion from chat room, 1 case. Physical assault, 4 cases. Non-consensual touching, 2 cases. Unwanted advances, 4 cases. Misgendering and the use of inappropriate language, 1 case. And retaliation, 1 case. Physical assault. What the fuck, man? Company also gave written warnings when conduct was less severe, 10% of correction actions, where the laws of a particular jurisdiction restrict the ability to terminate. Oh, so you can't even like terminate someone in some places, alright. Well, it was like physically assaulting someone, but we can't fire them because, you know, that's like the laws of the country. Shared some historical data. I don't mention here because I think like all the board voted against these reports. Yeah, the transparency report was prompted by a shareholder proposal voted on at the publisher 2022 annual meeting. Activision Blizzard's board of directors had unanimously recommended shareholders vote against the proposal, but it passed by a 2-to-1 margin. So all the directors are like, nope, don't release this shit. And people still went for it and released it. That's good. Shareholder proposal specifically called for the transparency report to include a total number and aggregate dollar amounts of settlements the company had paid out for sexual abuse, harassment, discrimination in the prior 3 years, as well as the total number of pending complaints and consolidated pay and hours worked data, none of which were present in the final report, by the way. Alright. Nice. So they still didn't even post everything that people wanted. Man, it's so like all this corporate stuff is so bullshit, man, I swear. The Video Standards Council is now the game's rating authority. The change was to reflect better what information it can provide to parents and the game industry. A Video Standards Council, which administrates the PPA rating for video games, rebranded to a Games Rating Authority. Established in 1989, damn son, provides video game ratings in nearly 40 European countries. Changing our name to better reflect what we do will help people know where to come for a trusted device and information about video games. I didn't even know that it's some like council, rating authorities, like it's Piggy, that's it. And that's all we know. Other names kinda like who cares about? We know the name of the rating. Call yourself as the rating. That will make things easier. Instead of having some other one. True, stay true, huh? Nintendo parts ways with controversial Russian CEO. A platform holder will still work with Yasha Hadaji's side company to support Switch customers. Yes, that's another one. Like, you know, we're leaving, but we're not leaving. So Nintendo is kind of like gone. But dude just like made his own a little company. Yeah, Nintendo is not affiliated, but ex-CEO made his own company that is now dealing with like the tech service of Switches and everything else. So yeah, official supplier for repair and warranty for Nintendo products that had already been sold in the Russian market. So the usual one. We left, but we actually didn't. But the CEO was here, like had some Me Too and stuff. So yeah. Internal investigation into an outburst during a live stream in which he swore at his colleagues. And I think it was also like a bunch of other stuff about him, but he was just still working, no problems. No problems. Now they let him go when they kind of left the country, but they still, you know, they still there. A Blizzard might get cannibalized and dissolved? Nah, I really doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't think so. Microsoft might kind of like rearrange and reorganize things because like why would you need the triumvirate of like Activision, Blizzard, King when they all part of Microsoft? So they just kind of all gonna become, maybe I would assume, an independent studio sort of. So it's gonna be kind of like, you know, Bethesda working under Microsoft, and like Obsidian working under Microsoft, and it's gonna be like Blizzard working under Microsoft instead of Blizzard working under ABK that it works under Microsoft. But we'll see about that actually. We'll see how that will work. But I don't think Microsoft's gonna be like doing anything. Like, Microsoft is not doing shit anymore themselves. Like they're not really, you know, into the gaming market that much anymore. They don't develop stuff much or anything. They just work with other companies. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna like dissolve and cannibalize anything because they kind of try to do it the other way around. They kind of try to do all they get all the companies that will do stuff and they just kind of like publish at best. Yep, implored the Microsoft Store exclusive. I don't think they will do it. I mean, they would already do it if they really wanted to, but I really doubt it. I really doubt it. EA reportedly lays off 2/3 of Firemonkey Studio. Melbourne-based developer was providing live service support for 3 titles, now focused on The Sims Freeplay. So they're gonna basically make Sims into another live service to milk some microtransactions. Reportedly told about these changes in April, with EA executives telling them the business was to become a monotitle studio. Up to 2/3 of the current team will either be shifted to other projects or laid off. Studio General Manager Joe O'Donoghue was already let go on April 28th. So this is gonna be the Sims studio fully now. That's the thing, it's not even like the company that develops Sims, it's just like the Sims Freeplay. So I guess they're just kinda pumping content for that. The mobile titles. Wait, Sims Free Play is also mobile then. Well, seems like they were just like pumping Real Racing 3, Need for Speed No Limits, and Sims Free Play. So it's not like the choice of titles was like that basic and exciting before, to be honest. But now it's even worse. That's true. Another banger from EA. EA Sports partners with Nike to put NFTs in upcoming titles. Working with Swoosh will bring creativity and self-expression to the forefront for fans as they connect, compete, and share the love for sport. Boog. Select Swoosh virtual creations available, allowing members and players unique new opportunities for self-expression and creativity through sport and style. Bruh. Working with Swoosh will bring creativity and self-expression to the forefront for fans as they connect, compete, and share the love for sport. Nike's Swoosh remains in a close beta since its launch last November. No, that was when Andrew Wilson was addressing NFTs, so I guess they already kind of like have this stuff planned for a while. Unclear exactly how the NFTs would be integrated into the game, but he said further details would be released in the coming months. Damn, son. Imagine like already like Dragon Age and everything with some NFTs. Oof. Oof. You can get yourself some, you know, some Nike's armor with NFT. Very poog. Former DICE dev says Battlefield 2042 never stood much chance being a great at launch. Ex-senior software engineer, now at Epic Games as a senior backend engineer, said the game had many iterations and the deadline never changed much. I mean, got 68 Metacritic score now. Damn, son. It probably was on the release. It's like the user rating probably was tanking as fuck. Early leaks during Battlefield 2042 development, which originated from myself and now terminated Twitter user, outlined the game's huge destructibility, weather events, and more. Unfortunately, those details did not come to fruition. Why did they just do this just like self-reporting there that he was leaking that stuff? Will they fuck him off for the breaches? The backwards? I wonder if there's some sort of like age for those. It wasn't until a couple of months after the game's launch it was learned that those details were from internal pitches of the game, which painted Battlefield 2042 painted, I guess, in a different light, and is likely one of those many iterations that Bowden mentions. Originally believed to be a battle royale, Battlefield 2042 changed direction multiple times during its development. Internal documents from a year before release showed the game in a different light too, with major weather events including tsunamis, volcanoes erupting, and so forth. Let's see, alright. That we already heard there. So yeah, basically we're just like changing things way too often and way too much, and then, you know, the actual deadline didn't change though, despite them remaking everything all the time. That's what you get, a rip. See, let's see, the Giga puzzles there. A Mortal Kombat 1 online stress test registrations are open. So you can get yourself to the test. The test will take place in the near future. North America, Latin America, Brazil, and Europe. Online stress test will be available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS only. So no PC. No PC. Feels bad, man. Stalker 2 dev builds leak online, but they are unplayable. Already apparently playable though. And their builds were leaked online, subsequently shared around. Owing to intense encryptions on the files, they are effectively unplayable. An incident that's being dubbed a mistake by GSC Game World IT department. Files up to 193 gigabytes in size were leaked to the public. All these guys actually reported it that way because GSC said like it's them hackers, it's them hackers, man. But yeah, in fact they fucked up themselves. Devs quickly punched them to make them playable. I think like people found the key like right there too. Huh? The encryption key was like right there somewhere. Microsoft appeal against UK CMA set for July. So yeah, they're gonna be appealing the decision to block the acquisition. Hearing of the substance of this application will take place in a fortnight, commencing July 24th, so the weeks commencing 24th and 31st of July. We'll see if they will be able to change that, because there was more about that. A Metal Gear Solid 3 remake will reuse all the original voice lines. So at least they're getting all of those. They're gonna have all the voice lines. Let's see. Should I feel better for Golem devs? Well, I mean, yeah, devs kind of like have nothing really to do with that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say though who's at fault there. Like with Redfall, there is already like a bunch of it, which I think I actually even had somewhere here, wasn't it? Yeah, I had that here somewhere. 1 second. Did I miss it? Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, I skipped because the meta stuff I saw there. I had it here. Some arcane stuff reportedly hoped Microsoft might cancel Redfall or reboot it as a single-player game. Yeah, so people were hoping that the Microsoft acquisition will change things, but Microsoft actually not even, you know, interrupting anything. Remain hands-off and allow development on the title to continue as normal. And that's actually like, that's a good thing though, really, right? You know, like they brought the bag, but they didn't try to put, you know, their hands into all the development processes. They just like, well, we got you guys. You do you. We give you money. That's it. So that's kind of good, but in this case, it actually backfired. The Arcane began development in 2018. Yeah, decided to push for games as a service. So they decided, like, they found a nice company to ask to make live service. Let's start with that, I guess. Redfall was born out of the push for the live service. Development began a year after release of the critically well-received but financially less successful Prey. Arcane wanted to make something more broadly appealing after Prey's release, and the studio landed on the idea of Redfall. Pitched Redfall as a multiplayer Arcane game. Some team members found it confusing, and over time tension continued to rise. The studio, with less than 100 people who had focused on the single-player games of Arcane's past, clashed with the multiplayer ideas at play at Redfall. Bloomberg reports that 70% of the remaining staff that worked on Prey left Arcane during the development of Redfall. Yeah, so they have a clear vision. Had no idea how to even do that, really. And yeah, they were just hoping that it's gonna get cancelled. Yeah, Kira, hello. How we doing? And that's the thing, like, I'm not sure what was the Golem then. Like, did they, like, make it that way also just hoping it's gonna get cancelled or something, and instead they, like, try to delay it and try to still polish it, so they, like, ended up with what we got. I have no idea exactly what happened, but yeah, it kind of is. It is kind of sus a little there, though. And that's the thing, like the studio in general and the like the devs as a whole, like kind of blaming them for doing something like not good, right? For fucking up is, I think it's not exactly kind of bad, but it shouldn't just like go towards, you know, like the particular personality. Like if it's like some particular person, like they shouldn't get all the shit for being a part of that, you know. No, they wanted Prey 2, everyone pretty much left already, I guess, yeah. Well, I guess that, I mean, that's where a lot of people, like, went who made a company and made Weird West, for example, you know. Spider-Man 2 will feature a larger map that is twice the size of the original. Then will we get the 16 times the detail? That's the real question. New Hi-Fi Rush achievements appear online, suggesting DLC is coming. Well, that's not surprising. The game was very successful, so now time to push for a little bit more money out of it. A little bit more. And I think people will be happy with that too. A little more content there. GTA Online, a huge San Andreas Mercenaries update coming early. June 13th. Set to drop poised to be one of the biggest GTA Online updates to surface in recent years. So maybe people will be doing some. Maybe they are kind of planning to put some stuff for kind of like GTA 6 already in there, you know, kind of some sort of like a references for the future stuff already. And it's also around the time when the announcement's gonna be happening. Maybe, who knows? CD Projekt celebrates Phantom Liberty with a world tour. A world tour event named the Phantom Liberty Tour. Taking place in June, Phantom Liberty Tour is being touted as a series of events around the world dedicated to showing the expansion to our community. As per the graphics, there will be 8 events spread out around the globe, but at present, nobody knows what they will be. Liberty Tour, a trailer, a demonstration, or a hands-on gameplay experience, it could be anything. I mean, I don't really like think this is something. The gameplay is gonna be something, you know, mind-boggling. It's still gonna be Cyberpunk, dude. So I guess it could be just some demos. It could be. Yes, it was expected that they're gonna be releasing as early as June 8th. That's already not gonna happen. But yeah, like in the investors report, it also kind of seems like around the announcement shows we're gonna see something. Probably they're gonna show something. They start this world tour thingy, and the release August for the DLC for sure. I mean, could be August, could be autumn, could be. But totally not June, as people said. Microsoft could pull Activision games from the UK. Microsoft prepares for its appeal hearing in July against the UK, a competition and markets authority. A new report from Bloomberg claims that the company is considering all options in order to gain approval for its purchase of Activision Blizzard. That could even be as far as taking Activision out of markets that block the deal entirely. And you know, looking at how it happened here, they can. Everyone will be able to buy it still from there, right? They just kind of officially gonna pull it, and that's it. That wouldn't even surprise me much, really. That wouldn't even really surprise me much. Next up, President Brad Smith is set to meet with UK Chancellor Jeremy Hunt next week to discuss the CMA's decision to block the purchase. The talks, according to the report, will also be about Smith's criticism of the CMA after the decision to block was made. In addition to meeting with Hunt, Smith is expected to meet with Microsoft's legal team to go over all counter strategies, and that's where the extreme option of taking Activision Blizzard titles out of the UK market is likely to be discussed. One extreme option could be to bypass the UK order and press ahead with the deal, or withdraw Activision from the UK market. Microsoft is expected to look at the EU's findings in its approval of the purchase. In its decision, EU stated that the deal could kickstart cloud gaming and streaming competition. The CMA, however, believes it would give Microsoft the unfair advantage against other companies such as Sony or Nintendo. Microsoft said it remains committed to finding creative and constructive ways to address remaining regulatory concerns. If anything, I think a lot of stuff is on US. Like, if US blocks it, it's probably gonna be like, because they're not gonna be pulling from US, right? It's like their home market is where their offices and stuff are, right? So like everything else, they will find a way to deal with them. Everything else, they will find a way to deal with them. All right, let's see here. Now let's see here. Alright, good. That we saw last time. Nice. So yeah, that is it then with them news for us today. Whoop. So, next week is gonna be a massive. Next week we're probably not gonna be doing this kind of show in general because, you know, it's gonna be one of the days when there's gonna be a bunch of announcement shows anyway, right? So like next week, just, you know, there's gonna be the coffee daily recaps as usual, right? Then I'm gonna be watching all the shows that are gonna be happening next week, which is actually, let me see. So for those who haven't seen, Steve compiled when the show is gonna be happening, so you can already check it. So Steve already made us some cheats here. So yeah, metagaming we already saw. The Guerrilla Collective already starts next week, Wednesday. It's all European time, yeah. Summer Game Fest, 9 p.m. So yeah, like the only kind of ungodly for European time is Devolver. Well, I mean ungodly. For many of you, probably not. For me, it's like, well, midnight already quite ungodly, and it's 1 a.m. my time. But I mean, whatever, that's fine. That's not 4 or 5 a.m. So thanks for that. I'm down. So you're gonna be watching all of this, except now I'm not sure about Rebecca. That's kind of like more of an awards, I think, and it's already like known what's gonna be there, and it's probably like, well, I mean, we'll see, but I'm not sure about that. Everything else, we'll see. Devolver is never must see. Devolver had a really good lineup last year. You might not enjoy the show, which is also was kind of nice last year with Suda. But the lineup was really good last year. So yeah, we're gonna have all this stuff that we're gonna watch. And Xbox Extended, I also probably gonna watch because why not? See, we're gonna be. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be like doing like one super long, you know, from morning till when the show is on. Maybe sometimes gonna be taking some breaks to like eat some food and everything. But yeah, gonna update on schedule and stuff. Like during those times, I'm gonna be there. That's for sure. Like if I'm gonna be there from before then all the time, or I'm gonna be going live right before it, we'll see. We will see. The Coke Media. Well, I mean, the Coke Media doesn't even have their shit here, so you know. I guess they have a separate one. They have a separate show. Sometime later, we'll see the THQ one. Loading memes. So yeah, all this stuff we're gonna be watching except for Yakuza and Tribeca. Not sure Yakuza because, well, I mean, it's 6 a.m. for me. I can just wake up for that, but like it's probably gonna be like 15-minute show and nothing really to see there much. Nothing really to see there much, I feel. And yeah, I'm kind of like not really that crazy much into Yakuza anyway to stay. Just to wake, well, I mean, waking up, I kind of wake up that early anyway, but I would need to wake up kind of fast, get ready, start, you know, and a little bit earlier than I usually do, a little bit, and yeah, don't think it's really worth it. So this one I'll probably skip. And Rebecca will probably skip. Everything else we gonna watch. Absolutely all of it.